Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being with me today and I hope you're doing well. My name is Sadia and I'm from beautiful British Columbia, Canada. To support my channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, leave a comment and press the bell icon to receive more videos. In my channel, I will share my knowledge and experience about medicinal herbs, plants, fruit, vegetables, and spices for educational purpose only. Also in my channel, I will going to share my own delicious recipes, also some of the traditional cooking and baking once a week. For this cold season of the year, I am going to crochet with you guys. If you are a crochet lover or a knitting lover, so please follow my videos. Let's start today's video with the will and name of God, which is going to be all about uses and benefits of superfruit quince. This fruit has been called different names in different countries. They call this fruit safarjal in Arabic. They call it bihi dona, and in English we call it quince. When I went online to search about this superfruit, I find out that some people they do pronounce it as a quince. Um, but most of them for average they call it quince, so I go with quince. But as long as we are talking with us about the same fruit, you can call it quince or quince, so it depends on our pronunciations or how we pronounce it. This fruit has a specialty about it. It has some kind of fine hair around the fruit, which is look like a dust, as you can see here. Make sure you wash it completely before you eat it. Some of them are green and yellow. That means they are still sour. Or if it's green like this completely, that means it's really sour, not ripe. But still, if you want to cook it, yes, you can eat it, but it will be very sour. But when you're picking the fruit, make sure it's more yellow. If it's more yellow or completely yellow, that means the fruit is really ripe. It is a little bit sour, but more like Swedish flavor. Some of this fruit that you can see here is very yellow, but some of them has green and yellow, and some of them are green. But I found a very good deal, and it was organic, and it was in a farm, so I picked them up. And I am gonna cook with it, and I talk about the benefit of this fruit, and also show you guys how we are going to use this fruit. Before that, I'm gonna show you guys how to wash it. As you can see, I wash it completely and get rid of all those dusty hair out of the fruit. I'm gonna show you one more here how to do it, but after that I'm gonna take the whole fruit to my sink and wash the fruit over there. Then we are going to while we are cooking or making stuff, we're gonna talk about the benefit of this superfruit quince. It is always nice to talk about the benefits of this fruit before we start using it. But I am just gonna show you guys after we are washing the quince how they look. Here we go, we wash the fruit and I am going to cook with it, and I'll show you guys a step by step how to cook with the fruit. Also, want to mention that not only the fruit is very powerful and it has medicinal benefits, the seeds are also really good for your body and for your digestive system. It is very popular. People, they eat it with the seeds, with the skin, and the whole fruit. You can do the same thing. So all the time before you're making anything with the quince fruit, make sure if you want to peel it that you're gonna have a bowl of water ready, and you can add lemon and salt in it. Then after, when you're peeling the quince fruit, you can put them in the water to avoid being brownish. Even if it become brown, you don't need to worry, because as soon you wash it back and start cooking with it, it will change the color back to yellow. But again, if you don't want to see that brown color, so you can use it the way I'm doing it here. Drop it in the water and to keep doing that till you're ready to cook with it, or to make some food with it, or a drink. Before we are going to start cooking with this quince fruit, let's talk about a little bit of this fruit and find out where this fruit come from. So quince fruit is origins are in between Caspian and Black Seas, as well as the northern Persia. Now, quince fruit is in use, or quince fruit are used in cooking of Latin American, Mexico, and into the Western culture of food and cooking. You can find this fruit in Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, Mexico, United States, Canada, and lots of other countries now. And people are knowing, and scientists are studying more about this fruit because of the health benefit of this fruit. So let's just start cooking with this fruit. And while we are cooking, we're going to talk about the benefits of this fruits, or some more information about it. Here in a bowl, I'm putting or adding 1.5 cups of yogurt with a half a teaspoon of black pepper and half a teaspoon of salt. I'm adding one full spoon of it's basically, it is the tablespoon of paprika and the turmeric. And for the color and a spicy flavor, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of the red Kashmiri pepper. Mix them all together, put them on the side, because we washed or soaked the fruit in the water. So with a clean paper towel, I dry and soak some of the water from it. And another dish, what I did, I add some homemade ghee into my pan on a medium heat, and trying to roast this fruits before I add my ingredients, which is going to be 2 small onion and a few cloves of garlic. It depends on your taste and how much garlic you like. I love garlics in my dish. And also saute them in a ghee again a little bit, 1 tablespoon again. Here we are not going to talk exactly how many tablespoon of oil or ghee or whatever oil you're going to use. You use it depends on your taste. Some people likes lots of it, some people they don't. So if you don't like oil, just go as less or as much as you need it. After, when I roasted brown one side, we're turning it to the other side of the fruit, but make sure they don't get soft in the oil, because they get very fast soft because of the sugar they have. And now another dish that I sauteed it, my onion and garlic. They are just very light brown. I'm adding the mix that I made. And again, very low temperature, because it's a garlic. I mean, sorry, it's a yogurt, and we don't want to have it in a high heat. When this sauce is settled a little bit, so whatever you roast, like we do with the eggplants, you're gonna put them in that gravy, and let it cook. And one by one, we layer it with more of fruits, and we're gonna keep it in a pot in a very medium uh, low heat till the amount that we want to add to the pot is full or finished. Then you can bring it to the low heat, and let it gonna be settled for a few minutes, and cover it later on. take it out to your favorite dish and serve it with the rice or with the bread or vegetable or whatever you like with it. It's a very unique dish. It's very nice and has lots of flavor. It's a little bit of sour and is less spicy, like a low spicy gravy. It makes it very tasty. I hope you guys try this and enjoy this dish. And like when I made it, I had it with a bread, and then later on I add a little bit of sour cream with yogurt in it on top. It was very delicious. Some geese I had left over, I added to it, but to the end when I'm taking my food out, I separate that oil just for to give it more extra flavors to the dish. You don't need to eat it or take it out when you're serving it to yourself or your guest. So we are talking about quince fruit, and this fruit has been around for more than 1,000 years. And religious studies also shows that uh, basically most of the prophets, peace be upon them, they knew about this fruit and they recommend it to people because of the how much power and energy can give it to your body. Our prophet, peace be upon him, is suggests this fruit to everyone because it says, he said, this fruit will give you a power of 40 men when you're having this quince fruit. Like we said, this fruit has been around for 1,000 years, and in the old medicines, this fruit has been used to treat the digestive disorder, allergies, high blood sugar, high cholesterol, and to boost your immune system or give your body energy. And in today's medicine study, some of the effects, such as treating ulcer and gastric reflux, pregnancy, and improving the immune system, has been also provided or suggest. This fruit is low in calories, low in fat, and high in acid, and has lots of vitamin C. So here I am going to show you guys another way of eating this fruit or drinking this fruit. In 2 cups of water that I put them in a medium low, I put 5 pieces of cloves, a pinch of saffron if you have, and a 1 tablespoon of monk fruit sugar. You can add regular sugar, or the best way is you can add any, which I didn't have to add it. That's why I used my sugar. And that sugar is also very healthy. It's fruit sugar. Then I chopped, or sorry, I cut the fruit after I wash it in half, not all the way to the end. And I poke a little bit with a knife around the skin because when I want it, when it's boiled, the juice release in the water, or the what do you call it, the benefits of this fruit come out from it, and the water that you can drink that juice also, and gives you lots of benefit. I let it boil for a while, and I checked to see if outside was soft enough. Then I cut it completely to the end and let it boil again for a few minutes in a low heat, or it was a low medium heat. And once when it was cooked, I serve it with a little bit sugar on top, and also I separate the fruit from the juice and I drink the juice. Believe me, it's so delicious. The reason I add some sugar on it because it was a little bit sour for me, and the juice was excellent. It was no sweet, no sour. It was such a tasty drink. It was full of vitamin C. And that day when I was making this video and this fruit, believe me, I had so much energy and I had lots of things to do without being tired. So that was showing that this fruit gives lots of energy to a body. So while we are going to serve this dish, we're gonna talk a little bit more about this fruit. We said I before that I poked the skin a little bit because the skin has a lots of fiber in it, and as you can see, when you're cooking this fruit, when you peel it, you don't need to throw the skin out. You can wash it, eat it, or add them to your food. It will be all good for you. Uh, to enjoy all of this produce or this fruit that has offer, it's the best to cook it, which is why it makes the perfect ingredient for fall cooking and baking. Quince origin is, we talked about it before, that it's from the Caspian and Black Seas, also northern Persia, and now you can find it anywhere that you want. So before we're gonna start our another dish with this, let's talk about the health benefit of this fruit. This fruit has a dietary fiber, antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, and also it has vitamin C, calcium, iron, potassium, magnesium, and copper. We will gonna talk about the antioxidant the benefits for that comes from this fruit while I am making this dish with you guys. So there is a third way I'm gonna show you guys how to make this fruit. As you notice that I boiled the fruit in one morning and I serve it with the juice. And if you cannot do this all the time, so what you can do, you can can them like that. What I for canning it, I wash and sanitize all my jars first. Then I chopped I didn't chop. I sliced them or cut them in a few slices. Get rid of the bottom and some of the leaves that it's in the fruit. And after that, I add them to my jars, the canning jars, mason jars, whatever you guys call it. And then after that, I add sugar in it. Again, if you have honey, please do that. If you don't have honey, it's okay. You can add a sugar. And here I use one third of cup of the sugar in each jar, and these jars are about 500 ml, I guess. And so you can add a sugar. If your fruit is more sour, you can add a little bit more sugar. Also, when you're adding the water, you can taste your sugar. Depends on your taste how much sugar you want. But in here, I add my fruit in my canning jar with everything in it, the skin, the seeds, everything, because seed is really healthy too. You don't want to throw that out. I add them all in here. I boil the water. After I add the sugar in it, you can see it in just a couple of seconds. And after I adding the sugar, I did put a little pinch of, a few piece or a pinch of, a small pinch of saffron in each of them for the color and for the benefits. And I add the boiled water to them. Once when they're all ready, if you have the canning pot, start boiling them in the canning pots for at least half an hour to 40 minutes. I mean, you're gonna put them in a cold water, and after inside and let it the water start getting warm and boiled. And after that, it's when it's start boiling, you can keep them another half an hour to 40 minutes in the pot to make sure the fruit is cooked inside the jar and it's sealed properly. Of course, we're gonna have the lids brand new, must be sanitized, and the ring also has to be clean and sanitized. And once when it's 40 minutes is done, take it out from the pot. You will see it in the video, and keep it somewhere to become cold. And you can put them in a cabinet somewhere dark and cold, and you can use, if it is properly sealed, you can use this one for till next season of the quince fruit will come. It means it's good for a whole year. If you want to have more of it, why not? It's a very healthy fruit. You should have this one every fall. Make it ready, and you can use it for cooking. You can make pie with it. We will talk about it later. You can make jam with it, anything you want. So it's nice to keep them in a can like this. And this is basically, we preserve it. We just wanted to save it for a future. So you guys watch the video or what I do here. And I'm gonna, while I'm doing this, I'm gonna talk about the benefit of this, more benefit of this fruit. So we said this fruit has a dietary fiber and it has a antioxidant. As we know, antioxidant reduce metabolism, stress, reduce the inflammation, and nausea in pregnancies. And a study of the 76 pregnant women found that 1 tablespoon of the quince syrup was more effective than the 20 milligram of the vitamin B6 in reducing the nausea during the pregnancy. Also, the other benefit of this fruit is it relieves digestive problem. It relieves all the problems like diarrhea, like constipation, and it's good for the IBD. If people that they want to keep their digestive system very normal and but basically it's protecting it from any diseases or damages, then having this fruit regularly, it will gonna help you a lot. And some of the studies shows that this eating this fruit even gonna protect your body against the cancer. But it says it will be there need to be more studies, but it's very common in every study that I search. It says that it will protect the body against the cancer. So if we know this fruit is good for those things, why don't you have it always in your house? I'm doing it here, canning it, keeping the seeds. You want to keep the seeds dry, or you cannot, or you cook it with it. It's all good, but you will find these seeds to buy it, and believe me, they are very costly and pricey. Um, let's see what else we can cook with quince. There is so many. If I start showing you guys, that will be a very long video, but this is my last recipe I'm gonna show you guys. And this here, I'm making a very delicious jam. You have no idea how tasty is this jam. And this is gonna be we're talking about the strawberries and blueberries and raspberries, that they have a little bit of sour and sweet flavor. Once when you have this one, you're gonna forget about them, because this one has such a nice flavor, and you're gonna love this one. To make this jam, I add 3 cups of water in a pot with 4 cups of sugar. And also I add a pinch of saffron again in here, and also I add 1 full teaspoon of cardamom, and for the flavor, and it's gonna give it a very nice flavor. Some people, they making it cubes, or they slice it and they make the jam, but I shred it, and it's just gonna be really easy. If you want to have it with your batters or cream cheese, it's gonna be very delicious, or just by itself with turkeys or roasted chicken. You can have this jam with it. It will be very delicious, and flavor is almost close to the cranberry jam. And I'm keep saying it's delicious because, believe me, I love it, and I made it and I ate it. I grind all the way I see this when I did my quince fruit. As you can see here, the color turned brown. I'm not washing it, and I'm not worried. And you will see after a few minutes, this brownish is gonna go. Because the reason the fruit become brown like this, so this way we know this fruit has a iron. and copper. So this is a really good sign, and don't worry about it. It's not dirty or something. And to make a jam, I always add what they call it, and lemon in my syrup, or after when I make the syrup, I add lemon by itself, half of the lemon after I take the juice out. I keep it, wash the skin, and I keep it in my jams to give this lemony citrus flavor to your jams. There's one thing I want to tell you guys when you're making this jam, make sure that your sugar and water became a little bit thick, because this fruit will gonna release the water too. But the good thing about this fruit is it has pectin. You know, some of the packages that we buy from outside to add it to our jams to make it thick, we don't need to do this with this one, because this fruit has it by itself. And even if your sugar is not thick enough, this fruit will gonna make your jam very nice and thick. Once when you make this fruit as a jam, believe me, you will never gonna stop making it. Look at the color. You don't see anything brown here. And my jam has a little bit of yellowish color because of the saffron. And if you don't have a saffron, you don't need to add it. If you want to have a food coloring, go ahead, as long as it's safe to eat from it. You can add that with it. But I add saffron. And once it's done, you can can it. Put them all in a sanitized mason jars with a clean lids and clean rings. Again, like we did with the Quince, just I showed you guys before, you can boil it. And for at least 30 minutes, you have to boil the cans if you want to keep it or preserve this jam for long. If you want to keep it, just make a little bit, keep it in the fridge and have it the way you want it. So we are almost the end of our videos. This was a 4 recipes I showed you guys how to make it ready. Again, you can make this fruit roasted in an oven, barbecue. You can make a jam, pies, jellies, anything you want with this fruit. You can cook it. You can add it to your other fruits. You can make a drink with it. I'm really hoping you guys like my video today, and I hope this video was useful for you guys. Till my next video that I'm gonna be with you guys, I let you guys go. Please don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment to my videos. Thank you so much.